T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff.
Let me know if you can hear me tonight. Let me know down below. So that we got 50% of this little show going. But first of all, you have to tell me, how are you lovely, lovely, sexy looking people doing tonight? What a day it's been. I mean, the bombs. I used to say, I don't see no bombs here. I don't see no bombs there. But today, this morning at 10:28 in the morning, I sure as hell heard and saw a bomb. Boom. Thank you so much, Ahid, my soul brother. Thank you so much. And I can see we got Ron Jeremy, a.k.a. There we go. Just a little thank you before we start. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Well, you know, this is a crypto channel, so we are going to talk a little bit about crypto, just a little bit. We're going to see some of the, you know, the news that's been hitting today, like Polygon has been going very much up, right? News. This is some of the best pieces of news that we can actually get when we are seeing traditional mainstream enterprises like Walt Disney going blockchain. Well, that's a transition that we like. Furthermore, we got some, of course, a little bit of CBDC news regarding China. And then in the end, I am going to share a little bit about how this bomb had an impact on my day today. But let's get started. And I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, but then please hit like, smash, subscribe, so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Harachi, and I'm the host of this little show. And just remember, it's only for the sexy looking people.
This dance ain't for everybody. Sexy people.
I hope you like that little thing there. Anyway, we gotta start where we gotta start. Well, you can see me down here. We made this banner. I don't know if it's so good. Let me know. And we can't see the four. We can't see the four charts. Anyway, let's try. And you know that's what we do. Take me away and see how this works. Anyway, what do we see? We're seeing Bitcoin up 3.8%. We're seeing Ethereum up 9%. Is that true? 9%? Wow. Cardano up 3.8%. And we are seeing DOT, which is not really connecting the dots at the moment, but I'm sure they will soon, up 5.85%. So, I mean, you can see the charts. We're looking, as always, on the 15 minutes. They look like they are very much correlating, right? But it's good to see that they're not all... Well, you know, 3% to Bitcoin, 3% Cardano, then we got 5% to DOT, and we got 9% to Ethereum. Let's look what's going on here with Bitcoin. And you know, I like to, you know, technical analysis is not one of my strong sides, right? So no, we're not gonna. We can see here, we're looking at the weekly, and I still like to look at the 7-day moving average, and I do think it is important. I'm going to try to see if you can see. So we got the orange line here, that's the 7-day moving average, and we can see they are going close. So even though we are seeing the market go up a little bit more, I still believe we won't go higher, absolutely not higher than 22,000. I think that would be like the max. But hey, what do I know? Are we gonna break through the 7-day moving average? All that, you know, as simple as it sounds, the 7-day moving average has really proven to been a great helper, right? We usually, as long we've been really trading below it, and I don't see we're gonna go through it. We might go shortly through it. It is so simple, but yeah, why make things more complicated than they have to be? Want to look at the daily, still think that nothing really, you know, when we look at the daily here, we can really see here, wow, right? Around the 20,000, we are really creating, also in terms of volume, if you can see that we are creating massive resistance and support level. Now, when you see, it's never good when somebody messes up with I cannot get him. Anyway, no, what is this here? Let's see. Yeah, that looks more like it. Yeah, here. I don't know what's happening. So we can see here down with the 20. It's almost like, if you can see here, it's like this. Yeah, that's like kind of like the support resistance is more around 19. So it's almost, it's touching every time it touches down. We see it goes down to around 18, I would say, where we are seeing a lot of support from up here. Anyway, I still believe that we need to. I still believe we're going to go down to 12. I say that every day, right? So why am I going to change my view today? Now let's look at Ethereum. And if we look at Ethereum, up 9%, closer to hitting. Let's see if we want to. You can see very close here to hitting the 7-day moving average and doing a little bit of kissy. I mean, it is so simplistic. I don't know what to say. I would follow it, but as I always say, in case you want, let me just, before I, leave it to traders' reality, I still think, you see, we always talk about Bitcoin, right? And we talk about Bitcoin, and I think it's gonna hit around, I do think that we can go down to the 12,000, right around here, right? So where would that take us with Ethereum? I don't know, we could see, I think around, what is it, 600, I think around this level here, around 700. I think that's where we could see Ethereum go. Nevertheless, in case you really want to understand how or what is really driving the market, not right now, let's look at the 3-minute, because I know some of you do day trade. Now, I think that's a very bad thing. I would never suggest you to do that, and I would never suggest you to use leverage. However, if you want to learn a thing or two about who is providing liquidity, who's making the market, the market makers, who is actually manipulating the market, well, all you got to do is go over and visit Traders Reality, because I guarantee you can learn a thing or three.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. Mad love and respect to every single one of you beautiful people.
And we're back. I heard somewhere the microphone was a little too loud. Anyway, I hope it is better. I hope the microphone is not too loud. I wanted to look, as always, I'm going to have a look a little bit on our watch list. And what are we seeing here? It seems to me that today is very much Ethereum day. And that goes to show that we're seeing Ethereum up almost 11%. And usually when we have a strong Ethereum day, that means that we will see the market leaders when it comes to automated market makers, when it comes to DeFi, obviously, and there might be another Ethereum, let's say, protocol that will also be up. But let's scroll down and see if this is true. Now, we could see BNB, right? Binance, I mean, they're not per se, but they have their own blockchain, but it isn't, let's say, it's a improved version of the Ethereum blockchain. We got XRP. Well, by the way, I haven't been saying that for a long time, but XRP, I still believe that it is, what a shit coin. That is just how I mean, and I would also say, why do I not like XRP? Well, maybe I like them. I just don't think that they have a lot of opportunity against Ethereum and some of the other big boys. So why put money into that when there's so many other opportunities? Anyway, Cardano up 4.4%. I like that. Solana almost 9%. Good to see. Doge. I mean, Doge will come at a point. I'm just not sure right now. Polkadot 7%, almost cheaper. We don't really need. There we got Polygon Matic up almost 20%. Nice to see. Just remember, right? What is Polygon Matic? Well, it's basically also just a layer 2 on the Ethereum blockchain. As I keep saying, the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes and is being built on Ethereum. There we go, Uniswap, the number one market leader when it comes to decentralized exchanges, right? And Uniswap is going to play a huge role in the future once we're going to see institutions migrate onto the blockchain. Just remember, everything I say and do here is not financial advice, because in reality, I don't know shit about crypto. So there we go, Chainlink up 5%, Bitcoin Cash. It's funny now, this is a little bit on a side note, right? I think one of the big, on Google Trends, it was trending Bitcoin Crash, but I was reading it as Bitcoin Cash. Crash, cash. I don't know if this is really gonna move up Bitcoin Cash, but I do fundamentally believe that Bitcoin Cash will play a bigger role in the future. VeChain is good, love it. Aave, look at this, Aave up 18, also almost 19%. I would also say that Aave, even though it's not a consensus play, right? But it is one of the big DeFis on the Ethereum blockchain, even though it is going to be interoperable. And don't forget, Aave is playing a big part of not only lending and borrowing in the Polkadot ecosystem, but also very much when it comes to tokenizing real world assets on to the blockchain. I'm telling you, Aave is lovely. What else do we have here? Quant up 10%, also good to see. We see Thorchain Rune, that's another one. I love it. In case we haven't spoken a lot about it, I love Thorchain Rune. It's like the secret source of the future of interconnecting all blockchains together. IOTA, we got to talk more about that. I've been staking my Assemble and Shimmer tokens, I don't know, since 1965. If you're doing so as well, let me know. And then we scroll down a little bit more, and then we can see Curve up almost 15%. Also, right, one of those DeFi protocols that are associated with Ethereum. Now, I know we need to get around to portfolio update and talk more about coins. Chiliz, however, Chiliz is just good, right? Because it's not a DeFi play, but it is an NFT play. But it is, you see, I believe that the future of NFTs is mainly going to be, boring stuff like contracts or buying tickets. I think it's going to be less these naked dancing monkeys. Even though, they have a legitimate right, it's not like that. But I do believe that Chiliz is going to be the dominant NFT protocol when it comes to everything that has to do with sporting events. So Chiliz is a good one. A Quicksilver is also good. You need to be quick like a Quicksilver. What is Inkosama up 5%? We got Silo. And then another one almost up 20%, and that is Compound, right? a DeFi play on the Ethereum blockchain. And then it doesn't take us much further, Synthetics, right? Yesterday even, I've been talking about these boys for the past 3 to 4 months. And I am telling you, before, you got to listen to this. Before the overall market is going to take off, we're going to see the big boys, the big DeFi coins take off first. Don't you worry about a thing. I will guide you to the smaller coins, but these are the important ones because they will take off way before the overall market will take off. That's just how I think about that. Today we are not having any Bahama Mamas, so because that all over the floor was no good. So Bahama Mama is not today. Not until we're gonna see Bitcoin hit 22,000. Then we can have Bahama Mama moments again. Anyway, I think that's enough for today's SushiSwap, right? It's also another. SushiSwap is also related to the Ethereum ecosystem. Not as I prefer Uniswap, but SushiSwap has its legitimate right. And I think that's all 21% to radium, right? We also talked about radium for a while. And yesterday I even showed you where you can stake it. You got to stake it until we make it. And that's it. And now I think that's it. Let's go to the chit chat because it is time to chat. So how are you lovely, sexy looking people doing today? I can see we got Crypto Charlie. I love that name. Crypto Charlie. Tommy Lee is here. No, Tommy Loss. And we got Atul. How are you doing? Good, my friend. Tina. We got a new lady in the house. I love that. Lots of love to you. and we got Den. It's nice to see you. Thomas. Klima is also good here, and Betty is here, Cherry is here, Gitte Nixan is also here. It's lovely to see all of you. I know that we are the little, and we got my good friend Fran here, who must be excited about Polygon and Disney. Yeah, there are great news about Matic. That is for sure. So, and we got Igor here, Igor Concetti. Where are you from? I put money in guns. That's also good. Crypto fanatic, how are you doing? Put your money in guns. Yeah, why not? You know, it seems that guns at the moment are very much in demand. Anyway, let's go in and we need to move on with today's news, right? Because that's what we have to do. We have to talk about news. So first things first, I do point this out almost every day now. I wanted to say, when do I think that we're going to see 12,000? Well, I think there's a good chance by December 2022, because that would take us into a correction from the all-time high that we saw in October 2021. And if we would see a low of 12,000, roughly by December 2022, that would then also be 14 months, as we have seen the two prior corrections, historical corrections, right? Now, everything can change, it can be that we're going to see peace tomorrow between Putin and what's this clown called from Ukraine, Zelensky. I'm not allowed to say that, but maybe we will. And I'm not a fan of Putin. I'm not a fan of Zelensky, so don't think that. Anyway, I liked Chico, who I love. He was actually saying today that he believes that we can see the low by late August, starting of September. Now, as much as I love Chico, I got nothing but love for Chico. Nothing but love, right? But I do think that he's wrong there. And anyway, let's see. It doesn't really matter. But I like to be number one. And I've always been. So let's see. Anyway, no. Let's move on. CBDC regulation. It does play an important part, and it is so important that you keep yourself up to date. I've said this many times. I don't like what the central bank digital currency is going to bring with it, but it really does seem that the world is heading towards a regulated CBDC. And that is why that I do not want to focus too much on shit coins. And that is why I'm keep focusing on the coins, on the protocols that will ultimately play a role of the future of finance when it comes to the central bank digital currency. Remember, you can always go, and you should go, into atlanticcouncil.org in order to follow where, the global CBDC tracker. It's important. It's very important. So what is the CBDC news today? Well, today we got a little bit of China news, right? Straight in, fresh news from China. The People's Bank of China announced that the country would be expanding the number of digital yuan, which is called yuan, test sites in the country from 11 to 23. Why is it so important? It is important because even though the West doesn't like China, they don't like Russia, they don't like Iran, and they all don't like each other. But as I've pointed out before, it's unbelievable how they all of them seem to agree that the future monetary system is built on the blockchain and it needs to be interoperable. So even though they don't like each other, they're making goddamn sure that the financial system is just working like peas and pie together. So why is it important when we look at China? It's important because until now, It's almost like China has been ahead. They have been ahead of what we are going to see. And I can confirm that from where I am, because here in Ukraine, we are seeing similar things. So let's read this slide together because it is important. Chinese consumers, this is important. Chinese consumers have spent cumulative 264 million transactions amounting to 12 billion or 83 billion Chinese yuan as of May 31st. More than 4.5 million merchants across the country have begun accepting the CBDC. So the question should be, how can it be that they have been able to implement the CBDC so quickly in China? Well, and how did they get so many merchants across the country to accept the CBDC? Well, it's very simple. Basically, the way that it's going to be introduced and launched across the world, and as it has been in China, is going to be through an airdrop. So, for example, the way it worked here in Ukraine was that you needed to download the app for those ugly cronies, right? So once you downloaded that app, then the government would kind of pay every individual here, I can't remember how much it was, $25 on the app. That app is on the blockchain. And then you would get those $25 in your right pocket, nothing for the left and nothing for the back pocket. And then you could spend those, obviously not dollars, but the local currency, and you could spend those dollars, those hryvnia, they're called, in a select few merchants that were connected to this app. That's how you started, right? So that's how they've started it. So, and as a merchant, and times are bad, everybody would, money is money for them. So yeah, they want to be connected to the CBDC if it's money for them in the right or the left pocket. So the Shenzhen, which is one of the biggest industrial parts of China, so the Shenzhen Chamber of Commerce has recorded over 2.6 million signups for its latest digital yuan, or the E1 airdrop. See, dropping some Chinese money. So 2 months prior, the city of Shenzhen announced that it would be airdropping 30 million of the E1 central bank digital currency, or CBDC, to local residents in order to stimulate consumer spending as a recovery measure to the country's strict coronavirus lockdown. And the city of Fuzhou also will airdrop 20 million E1 to local residents. Now, what do you think about them apples? Huh? Let me know what you think, because this is basic. So just remember, I don't know where you are located, but it won't last long. Then you're going to have some app and you're going to get an airdrop of the Canadian dollar or the E-pound or the E-euro, and then you can go down around the corner and buy yourself, an apple that costs twice what it used to cost. But it will be on the blockchain. What are we moving on to? Cryptocurrency news. And these are good news. First of all, MasterCard is partnering with Crypto Gateway to drive financial inclusion in Indonesia. So MasterCard has partnered up with Crypto Gateway provider Facet to co-develop digital solutions that may drive adoption in Indonesia. The collaboration aims to expand financial inclusion in the country and extend opportunities to its local economy. I mean, MasterCard is also all over the place, and as we can see, Indonesia and what are they called here? Facet, they're going to make sure that that the people in Indonesia, they're going to be spending some of those new what's the currency called in Indonesia? I forgot, but they can spend some of those Indos on the blockchain as well, and that's important. Next piece of news is Hoisong America signed a partnership deal with cash to crypto provider Digital Mint that enables Bitcoin purchasing across the firm's 175,000 ATMs located in the United States. Now, did you know that there's 175,000 automated teller machines located in the United States where you can purchase Bitcoin? I didn't know that. Anyway, apart from offering its own BTC and Litecoin payment rails such as bank wires and tellers, Digital Mint also provides software API integration that allow retailers or ATM operators to sell BTC through their machines. So you see, we are really getting closer and closer to mass adoption. And remember, once we're going to see true mass adoption, that's when we're going to see Bitcoin hitting 100,000, maybe even 500,000. And now we're going to talk Disney. Well, I'm sure you've heard about this, and you can read it other places, or you can go to Big Boy, he's talking about it, or you can go to those other 2,000 other content providers, because everyone is talking about Polygon, that they made it to Walt Disney's list. And they are, as you probably know, the only blockchain platform to have done that since the establishment of the blockchain. Anyway, this is big news. I think obviously you have to go in and read more about that. I think it is great news for Ethereum. It's great news for Polygon. And hey, what do I know? It's also great news for Mickey Mouse. But that this did take the Matic token up 19% today. And however, still down 76%. Now, you know me, right? Now, besides that, everything I say and do is not financial advice. We know that. But I still think the market can go lower. However, averaging in is a good thing. I'm not sure. Are we gonna, is Matic going to go back to its, to its recent lows, or is it going to continue up? I do not know. That is why I really think that this averaging in is the best approach. Now, there are some smart asses. They say, no, you don't average in. If I'm going to lose money, then I'm not in, and, fuck them. Investing is much more complicated than that. Next piece of news, CoinShares announced the listing of its physically staked Algorand ETP on Xetra. And Xetra is Germany, right? So the electronic trading platform run by Germany's exchange operator, Deutsche Börse. Pretty big. Xetra, Deutsche Börse. By the way, I'm actually licensed to trade on Xetra. God knows I haven't done that for many years. Anyway, so named the CoinShares physical staked Algorand, the new crypto investment product will be trading on Xetra under the ticker RAND. The ETP, which stands, I guess ETP is like exchange traded product or protocol, is enabled through CoinShares' proprietary technology platform, Galata, allowing investors to benefit from the 2% staking rewards associated with participating in Algorand's blockchain security. So the new Algorand ETP joins a family of CoinShares staked ETPs featuring Polkadot, XTC, what is that? I don't even know that. Cardano, Solana, Atom, we know that, and Matic. I mean, that's good news. I actually think that's very, very lovely news. So give it up for Algorand. I thought, last but not least, remember, I've just also Coin Bureau, right? They launched a nice video speaking 20 minutes. I mean, I always feel that when I listen to guys' videos, I mean, I have to say Coin Bureau, they do a great job. So in case you do not know Coin Bureau, you got to go over there, right? And listen, they do a great job in really digging deep when it comes to everything actually, when it comes to cryptocurrencies and even traditional finance. They launched a video, and I don't think that Aave is up 18, almost 19% because Coin Bureau launched a video today, but don't forget Aave. DeFi player, market leader of tomorrow. I think we have spoken about that. Guys, that's it from the news and no news. And we're going to hit quick to the chat, and then it's all Ukraine. Sim. Do you suggest getting crypto off exchanges? IOTA for the win, baby. I hope you're right, Bryant. I mean, I love IOTA, and I've been staking, as I said. I've been staking, making, and staking Shimmer and Assembly and IOTA, and I love them. At times, I find it not so user friendly. You gotta read a lot, but I believe in IOTA, so welcome to Crypto Never Sleeps. SimC, what do you say? Nice to see you, Crypto Granny. I hope you brought a few cookies here. And you can give us info when regulations for crypto are coming. Well, I mean, that's what I'm kind of trying to talk about every day, right? Because that is why we're talking about the CBDC. And I do not know, I mean, that's also a broad question. So I try to every day to educate you guys in where we are when it comes to global regulation, right? I do believe that we're going to see, that's why I'm saying, what is crypto regulation? Each country has a different form of regulation, right? So I think the most important thing is stay out of shitcoins, try to focus on protocols that will play a part in the future financial global monetary system. Sanjin, what are you saying? DIDX. I've got to look at that. But remember, what do you say, Merky McDell? I'm happy you're here. Raymond A.S. El Salvador dropped funds to Shiva wallet and saw massive adoption, but the usage dropped once the free money was spent. Yeah, Raymond, I think that's a lovely point what you're pointing out. But let's see, I'm sure the governments, they have their own, or especially China, they're just going to say, well, listen, you can't spend those, pieces of paper in your right pocket and left pocket anymore. It all has to be on the blockchain. Guys, now we're going to go to Ukraine. So, today, and thank God I have my man here, Igor. Thank you, because he woke me up today at 10:30, right after the bomb had exploded. I mean, and he's still scared, but thank God he was here, because this was a bit of a shit show. I'm sure you saw it. I just, I have taken this. It's hard to explain. It was a little bit of a tough day also, because it's not every day that that you have a bomb exploding in your city, right? So, but this is what happened. Let's go and have a look at that. Not this here thing. It's always good when we have a little bit of technical problems. Let me try to find it here. Here we go. Boom. I think here we go. There. So what we saw this morning is the Russians, they hit the center of Vinnytsia. And in case you are new to this channel, well, I live in this city, and I live in the city of Vinnytsia. So it hit the center, and it was really the center. I mean, it was really the center. And this is basically what it looked like. I mean, I wasn't there when it exploded, thank God, but it's not further than 10 kilometers away from me. So what happened today is that we, at 10:30 in the morning, which is terrible. It is terrible, because I'm not saying it's better if they do it at 4 o'clock in the morning, but we do have curfew here, right? And when we have curfew, that means that we have to stay at home from 11 in the evening until 5 in the morning. So the fact that they shot and launched those rockets at 10:30 in the morning, when really people are on the street. I could have been, because I'm every day on my bike, I could have been very close to there on my bike. Yeah, it was terrible. So I don't even know what I have to say. According to various reports, there were 2, 3, or 4 explosions. Missiles were hit in the center area. Smoke was rising all over the city. And there were dead and wounded, and there were many dead and wounded, I think. You can see here at 12:10, the police reported that 8 people were killed and 30 were injured, 2 dead, 6 wounded, and also children. And then later at 12:15, we can see 20 dead and 25 wounded. A fire broke out at the site of the impact, and the fire spread to the parking lot, and about 50 cars caught fire. Firefighters are working to, trying to extinguish it. And then here you can see some terrible, terrible pictures. I don't know what to say about all of this. It's a shit show. And what I would like to point out is not how we can stake on synthetics, but remember, currently, so this is what happened here. We got a lot of explosions. What is happening is that Russia is doing their maintenance, which is scheduled to run until July 21st. And they are doing maintenance on their Nord Stream pipeline. The question is, are they going to continue to pump gas to Europe after the maintenance, or are they going to use it as an economic weapon? I don't know. Maybe you do, or maybe you have a point of view on it. Let me know. I will not be staying much longer in Ukraine. It's time to leave, I suppose, when bombs are flying on the right, on the left, and a little bit on the back. I think it's time to say bye. I will stay here 2 more days. I will go to France, but don't you worry. If you appreciate these live streams, then I will be still bothering you because I love it much more than you. Anyway, that's it. One last thing. Yesterday, I wanted to play you the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, video versus NATO. I do believe that if we're going to... No, I don't believe. I don't hope. I don't know what I think. I just don't think that this is a dispute between the West, NATO, and Russia. I think it is much more NATO versus the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is an organization that of Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, India, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and a few more stans. Anyway, I love you. I hope to see you tomorrow. Stay strong. And thank you for being here.